Some unfortunate news regarding one of the longest time vets inside of Apex Legends esports. Some great news for Challenger Circuit players, at least the upper echelon ones. And also, we're going to talk about some potential trouble, drama, and unfortunately some repeated history that could be taking place when it comes to outside teams of the North American region coming in, obviously, with the infamous visas. Let's dive in and talk about what's going on in the scene right now. Firstly, if you haven't seen the Challenger Circuit update, I thought this was really neat and something that has been asked for a very long time. Challenger Circuit just leveled up. According to Apex Esports, they now posted that buys are in. That's bypasses, basically a buy in round one or whatever. So top seeds skip round one, giving new teams a smoother start. Round one lobbies are now more balanced and competitive across the board. Now, this is so past due. If you guys have not played in a Challenger Circuit lobby already, for the longest that I can remember, it has always basically been like 12 teams inside of round one. So like, why are you even playing this? Like 2 teams would literally go home, maybe 3 teams, whatever. So you have like a couple teams get eliminated in round one, but basically anybody that is, worth anything at all is wasting their time. They're going to get like one good game and they qualify for the next round. Just let these guys go play ranked or something and just let them have a bye round. It made no sense the way they did this. Finally, you're seeing top seeds getting a bye. It's going to eliminate, basically an extra round that we really didn't need to have anymore. And so now round one lobbies will be more balanced and competitive across the board, being that there will probably be full lobbies now. And obviously those really good teams should be out of the mix. So that means that some of your bad teams that have a rat approach might actually be able to qualify in a round 2 instead of getting round 1 every single time. So very interesting update for Challenger Circuit, and I'm actually pretty excited about it. It is long past due. Also wanted to make mention of Scrim results, of course, over the last couple of days. Broski's Shopify Rebellion, and how would you ever expect this? 100 Thieves in the top 3 again. No surprise. These guys obviously have been killing it. LG, Donut Shop, Huss, Falcons, Furia, Gamblers, and NRG in your top 10 on this one. Also, we had Complexity, Oblivion, Virtus Pro in the top 3 as well with Huss, Shopify Rebellion, Broski's, Falcons, again, top 7, Stallions, SA, and 100 Thieves in your top 10. And then just the day before that, you had Stallion, Shopify Rebellions, and Falcons Esports in your first place. 100 Thieves in that top 5. 9 Lives up there. By the way, keep an eye out on 9 Lives. I think it's a very underrated roster. I obviously have a lot of good things to say about Vayne as far as, his performance. And I'm interested to see, obviously, if they can keep this momentum going. So that's been your latest when it comes to Scrim results. And then also just last night, the most recent ones that we have, 100 Thieves at the top. I've actually got a friend of mine, Michael, who calls him the Virgin just because of Verhulst and Jen Burton. So I think the Virgins, 100 Thieves, whatever you want to call them, they are doing really solid. Phony has obviously been the missing piece to this puzzle. And what I mean by that is Jen Burton obviously has been a talented controller player. Verhulst has been a talented controller player. These guys know how to get kills. These guys have really good game sense and aim. But Phony has been the leader that I think that they've been needing, at least in recent history. Obviously, Jen Burton has been under prime zero, you could say. So I'm not saying obviously that he has never experienced that. But I think that this new format that they have suits both of these guys very well. They're clicking and they're looking very good. Shopify Rebellion in second, VDR in third, Falcons in top 4, Flat, Huss, Oblivion, Ape Gang, SA, and Liquid, Alienware. That is your current stats as it sits. And if you haven't seen already, you will see many comments like this, tagging reps, like, look at what you're doing. You are doing this much when you are not even feeling like playing. VDR, obviously top 3. This is Vax, Deeds, and Reps. If you haven't seen the news already, Vaxon comes out to say Deeds and I will be LF1 after open land. Reps has decided he doesn't want to compete as of now. This is the longtime OG vet I was talking about. Unfortunate news, and he says unfortunate, but things happen. We will want to start trialing players soon. More info on everything on our streams. Basically, you're about to get a very nice clip dump here from Deeds explaining a lot of this. Reps has decided he's going to take a break in split 1. He's going to come back in split 2. So he's going to finish out what he started with them in the open land, and then after that he's going to be gone for a bit. And he has committed to come back in split 2, but obviously the team situation is yet to be known. So people are starting to get ideas here for VDR, who's going to be this missing piece here. Nocturnal obviously posting some cryptic messages, whatever. Maybe he comes back. maybe he gets involved. Design has been a name to come up again. Of course, why not? Because they did say they were looking for an IGL. Design has kind of, you know, played that role a time or two. Nocturnal also played that role a time or two. They've got experience. Who will they go with? Obviously, some things can happen and change, but here's what Deeds had to say. Roll the clip.
Yeah, we will be playing with reps in the meantime, but after opens, we are going to be playing with a new third. I'm going to be completely transparent. Reps about like 3 or 4 days before Pro League told us that he wasn't up to competing anymore. He didn't feel good. He's going through stuff. He just didn't want to play, and we are now LF1. You say reps all right? Yeah, he's coming back for split 2. He already told us, but he also told us that he needs a break. He said he just needs a break from the game. He's not mentally prepared to play Apex right now. Is what we were told. He can't do it. He'll play with us in the meantime. We're gonna play the open LAN with him. Yeah, being completely transparent. If the vibes seemed off or anything like that, I mean, it's because of that. We have been scrambling to figure shit out. It's obviously pretty hard to like find a third mid split, or like, you know, like once the shit starts, but we're doing our best to make some shit happen.
Now, unfortunately, to add to this drama news story that's going on, it's no surprise that we are once again dealing with visa issues. This has been a nonstop thing in Apex, and honestly, it's kind of sad because it sort of like diminishes the validity, I guess, of the esport to some degree, because it's not just a one-time thing. It's happened at champs. It's happened at split, you know, playoffs. It's happened pretty much every event. I don't think I've ever seen a single event where someone didn't miss out. And it's because of this. And it's one of those things where when you have an esport that is, you know, global like this, you're probably going to have these issues often. When you compare it to other esports out there, like maybe even COD, obviously it's a franchise. So like pretty much everything happens in North America, but they have talked about having some, you know, some overseas stuff. And they've actually, I want to say they did one overseas this year. And I guess when you have more time to prep for it and it's limited amount of players, right? 48 pros versus, you know, hundreds of pros in Apex, it's rough. It's hard to get all of this stuff lined up. And Cybercat seem to be going through it, getting their USA visas applications rejected. And the crazy part about all of this is the guys even flew to Kazakhstan to get their visas done, but unfortunately it didn't pay off. And only Taskmaster has a 3-year-long visa from the time of 2022 champs. So unfortunate that may be the case. Someone also taken, what are the odds on Alliance playing with the sub again? I literally cannot tell you how many times I've seen Alliance go and have to play with the sub. And might I add, it's not always been bad. Tyler FPS has probably been one of the best subs I've seen at a LAN event, and almost won the event as a sub with Alliance as well. So don't count these teams out. Obviously subs can be good, but you want to see them with their roster that they put a lot of time and effort into. So interested to see what your guys' thoughts are down in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with everything going inside of the world of Apex Legends esports. Let me know who you think should replace reps on this roster for VDR. And obviously there's 2 big names going into it. Do you agree with those 2, or do you have someone else in mind that you would like to see go in after ALGS Open? And until the next time, we'll see you all later.